Hi, I'm Jeffrey Craner, and my friend Cecil Baldwin loves horror movies, and he's helping make this genre more approachable for me and hopefully for you too, one film at a time in a random order. Are you squeamish about horror movies? Don't worry, we'll tell you what happens. Adore horror movies? Great. Watch along with us each week. As always, check the show notes for content warnings about this week's episode discussion and film. This week, we randomly rolled a 1 for Psycho Killer and a 3 for animated or musical. Here is episode 289.
Adopt number generator. Podcast number 9.
This week on Random Number Generator, horror podcast number 9, Slumber Party Massacre 2, 1987. Warning! Spoilers ahead.
There is no greeting card you can give me that is as meaningful as a handwritten one. Like, you could find the funniest card on the rack and write a little happy birthday, Jeffrey, or whatever, and you could even include a check for $1,000, and I would never value it as much as someone who writes a very specific note of love and appreciation on like a blank note card. Listen, lots of people just like a card on a birthday or anniversary or whatever, and they don't care if it's an over-the-counter number or some real bespoke shit, and that's cool, but I personally really fucking love a personal note, something more than just a Hallmark card with a pre-written sentiment or joke. And listen, I think some store-bought cards are lovely and well-made, and you just might not be that good at or comfortable with expressing yourself through the written word, but I really like reading your feelings in your voice. By extension, if you're going to give me an 80s slasher sequel with a lot of practical effects and blood splatter and titties, I'd much rather you put your own spin on it rather than just grab any old bag of tropes off the shelf. Maybe your slasher flick doesn't really make much sense. Maybe you're not great at plot mechanics or pacing or even giving your viewers a sense of why anything is happening or how. But the formulaic slasher could never express your love for me the way you can. The standard slasher would never have rockabilly musical numbers. It would never have full-on girl band choreography. It would never have an inexplicable dead bird that probably ties into the original film, but maybe not. The over-the-counter slasher wouldn't get confused as to what a Southern California accent sounds like. I love the Slumber Party Massacre 2 you gave me. It is precious, it is sweet, and it's your voice. I will cherish it forever. I've already put it up on my fridge. Hi, Cecil.
Hi, Jeffrey.
What's on your fridge right now?
What's on my fridge? I have a lot of magnets on my fridge.
Same.
Yeah, quite a few. I have a postcard from a dear friend of mine that has a very stern, I think, Italian grandmother reading a letter.
Mm-hmm.
And, and I have a piece of art that my friend's child made for me. So I do have children's art on my fridge.
Is it ominous and creepy? Does it show like a looming demon figure in the background?
Just the faces are just scratched out. No, it's very cute. It's very cute. And the passport picture of my boyfriend.
Oh, that's nice. That's very sweet. Yeah, I think I right now just have magnets up. I don't think I have any cards or anything like personal up on my fridge right now.
At least 3 different bottle openers.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, I have a New York Liberty, Ellie the elephant mascot magnet
quality.
up. I found a when I was in Coney Island a while back at their there's a little gift shop there, and they had magnets, and they had one that was it was the poster Carter Beats the Devil, but which was the cover of our friend Glenn David Gould's novel. Mm-hmm. And so I have that up, and then just various other little magnets I found along the way. But maybe I'll get some cards soon, and I'll put those up.
Yeah. That's why I love postcards, is because it's not only an expression, like I'm thinking of you, and I can only write it in a couple sentences, but it's also a piece of art that you can then display later on in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. I love a fridge. That's the number one use of a fridge.
That's it.
The magnet door.
I just have to say, I found this is my stationery.
Oh.
Completely blank. Mm-hmm. For all my thank you note.
Yeah.
Writing.
It's so good. I love a personal note. I love it so much. It's always so nice. And I love a rockabilly semi-musical.
Yes, starring the son of Little Caesar's empire.
Is it really? Is that who that is?
Yes.
Does he play Matt or the slasher driller killer?
He plays the driller killer.
Okay.
And apparently he tried to have like a whole synth rock career that did not happen.
Well, he had this career.
Listen, you don't get the career you want. You get the career you deserve.
Yeah. And he is, and honestly, I couldn't have done what he did in this movie.
No.
Very good. Very, very committed and fun. Fun is always gonna be followed with a question mark in the way we talk about this movie.
Manic,
but not
scary.
unenjoyable. It's enjoyable always follows with a period or an exclamation point about this movie.
The thing about a horror musical is that it's hard to make it scary when there's like an upbeat Go-Go's-esque soundtrack happening underneath.
Yes.
And sometimes layered into the film itself.
Yeah. The one thing, by the end of the movie, my one overarching question for this film is, what is your point of view? You know what I mean? Like there's and not that your point of view has to be like crystal clear, rock solid, easily summarized into a log line.
Sure.
But I was thinking about like Dr. Caligari is a movie we watched recently that is bizarre. It's manic. It's bonkers. Plot-wise, it doesn't make any sense at times.
But it has a distinct style.
It has a very distinct style. It also has kind of a point of view about sexuality in it, too. I mean, like, number one, that's the first thing that comes to my mind is the way in which we stifle our sexuality, the way in which we're out of touch with it. And in this movie, I didn't have a sense as to why our killer is a rockabilly. I didn't have a sense as to what he wanted. He kept saying, there was a line in it where he says something like, I am you and you're me until we go all the way. And I'm like, what does that mean? Does she turn into you? Do you possess her? Anyways, a lot of that was unclear. And at the end, when I'm watching him sing his songs, and I'm like, half between a smile and a grimace, and then he's like drilling this poor girl down, and I am just like, what should I be feeling right now? Because I don't know if this is funny, because it doesn't feel funny.
So you're telling me that you were watching this movie,
Slumber Party Massacre 2,
Slumber Party Massacre 2, and literally saying, "Tell me more, tell me more." Did they get very far? Tell me more, tell me more. Did they escape in a car?
The answer to both is no. Nobody got very far in this movie.
No, they... okay.
Oh, no. TJ and Sheila definitely got very far in this movie.
Yes. Oh, God, yeah, quite a few times.
Quite a few times.
I hear that. I hear all of that.
Yes.
I think it has a very distinct point of view.
Okay.
So I've never seen, and I don't think you've ever seen Slumber Party Massacre, the original, but I did take the time to watch the preview just to just get up on what's going on.
Yeah.
And it definitely seems much more, there's a very natural killer, like escaped mental patient, like tried and true, killing away, a la Jason Voorhees.
Yes.
Versus this is like your more fantastical killer that can literally bend space and time and reality to his will, a la Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the difference.
Yes.
It's like we're dealing in a much more like animated, elevated magic reality.
It definitely felt way more Elm Street than Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Way more Elm Street because of the way in which he appears in dreams and the way in which he is dreamlike in the reality. And there's a question as to whether or not anything is happening until it is. And even at the end, like it's like multiple wake ups from a dream sort of thing that
I wanted to know, like, was the killer even real?
yeah.
I really was expecting it to be Courtney doing all this shit all along.
Yes.
I thought she was the killer. I thought she was the killer, and she's like imagining herself in this girl bop Go-Go's musical number in order to deal with the reality of what happened to her when she was 12.
My impression of this by the end of the final shot of this movie is that she has been in a mental hospital since the first movie. And all of this, the entire film was
like
a dream.
Oh, I like that a lot.
The that's 1A theory. The 1B of that, like A or B of kind of a similar theory is that maybe she doesn't actually go away to Sheila's family's condo at the beginning when she's talking to her mom. Her mom's like, actually, no. It's like when she breaks the plate.
Yeah.
Her mom at that moment in that conversation, like, goes full 180.
Yeah.
And I think maybe at that moment, the plate breaking is actually the moment in which the reality splits, that
breaks.
she actually ends up at the mental hospital because of all the crazy.
Okay, I think I like 1A better. I like 1A better than 1B.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can absolutely see that. Because I was like, oh, okay. Our introduction to this movie is like, I was a little concerned at first because it's a lot of quick cuts of like some, like horror montage of creepy things and dead things and girls screaming and, like empty hallways. And I was like, oh no, is this one of the, like, we've jumped to part 2 and we kind of should have seen part 1. I don't think that's the case. But it did kind of, I was like, oh no, have we missed out on something by watching the second before the first?
I don't think we have, because it seems like it's just, Courtney just is a survivor of the first movie.
Yes. And I think it's like, okay, so the thing is, like, her sister, Valerie, is in a mental institution because her sister was kind of the final girl of the first one. But Courtney was also there.
Yes.
And Courtney's just trying to, like, deal with life 4 years later. 5 years later. By not going to therapy and dreaming about boys.
Yes, which are always interrupted with the driller killer.
Yes. So anytime she has a sexy dream, she has these weird kind of psychic visions of that get increasingly more accurate as the film goes on.
It's fine. We don't need any help. We're good.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's
Mom
good.
is clear, and Mom is clearly dealing with this very well.
Yeah, so Mom is Mom is definitely focused on getting her mother from Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh my God, the accents, Jeffrey.
Her mother is very much into getting Courtney to go see some doctors, to go see some psychiatrists. And
is she?
She's like,
she mentions it once, and she's like, "No, you don't want to go. Okay, well, here, eat more fruit."
It's funny because she brings it up. It is a little confusing because she in the opening thing, she is telling her about psychiatrists she's reading about. She's like very passively trying to get her to do it. She's not like on a warpath about it.
Yeah.
And she seems somewhat reasonable in this, but she's not actively putting her daughter to it. It's like, if you really are concerned about your daughter's health, like you really have to. She is literally a girl. She is in high school.
Yeah,
you have to take care of. You have to parent her. And her
especially when your child like wakes up screaming every single night. And
her mom eventually is kind of like, oh, it is kind of normal just to dream about it from time to time.
You know what they say about dreams? They're terrible.
I love the more like exposition that Courtney is at the breakfast table. It's before school.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the end of this conversation, instead of just grabbing her books and walking out the door, she has to run back upstairs to look at her scrapbook where she has kept a copy of the news article about the driller killer from the first movie. Just kind of touch it, and then she can go.
She's made a scrapbook. And she like lovingly goes, I remember that. What a wild time that was.
On her way out, she just sees a dead pigeon, like not just dead, but like stabbed through.
Yeah, like shot with a bow and arrow. And it's also like a perfectly white dove. It's not a pigeon.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
Which is, she's like, oh no, that's weird. I dreamt about this last night.
Uh-huh.
Which I was like, oh, okay. So we're in some like Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors kind of psychic business here, which is why I'm like, yeah, this is not your average, psycho killer movie.
No.
And then the singing begins.
Amy picks her up and we're singing along to the radio on the way to school.
Tokyo Convertible?
Uh-huh.
I believe is the song.
Sure. Don't you remember that?
Okay. Yeah.
Growing up, that was my prom theme.
Yep. Out of the songs in this movie, this is not my least favorite, but not my most favorite, I think. Yeah.
It's like my third favorite.
Yeah, it's like top 3, though. It's actually not bad.
Yeah. Which is good.
But it's just...
Out of 6 songs, that's pretty good.
Out of 6... Yeah. Some of the lyrics in this movie are just inscrutable, Jeffrey.
They either don't make sense or they make so much sense that you just can't even process them. They're just so bland and whatever. And then sometimes they are a perfect koan to just like sit and meditate on.
Yeah.
Hot Matt pulls up next to them in his little convertible Mustang.
Matt.
Hot Matt.
She's been dreaming about. Okay, now her friend, who she's with, because listen, I'm going to get these girls' names all kind of confused. Amy. Okay, so Amy is the nice one.
Yes.
Courtney is our final girl. Mm-hmm. And Courtney has a crush on Matt.
Yep.
And Matt is so cute.
Yes.
With his little floppy hair. And ne'er a single stalk of body hair on his entire person.
No body hair, no body fat, no blemish, nothing. Nope.
But he's nice. He's a nice guy, which is kind of a like, we do have our sort of like token horror movie douchebag.
Yeah.
But Matt is not it. No. Matt is like kind of the most lawful good character ever to appear in a horror movie.
Yeah. I had mentioned last week, just kind of like as a joke, like, because we're going into Slumber Party Massacre 2, right? Like it's, you sort of, with the title like that, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
And we got into almost exactly what we thought we would get into. There's a couple of surprises, but I pretty much got it. But I did ask the kind of like throwaway question of like, does it matter that a woman wrote and directed this movie? Because Slumber Party Massacre, just the title alone suggests we're going to see titties. We're going to see girls hitting each other with pillows.
Yeah, and we're going to see boys leering at them.
We're going to see boys spying on them. We get all of that in a scene.
We get all that.
And then we're also going to see just kind of the violence and sexploitation of this type of slasher, of like watching women get drilled up by a killer, which we do get. Can it matter that a woman writes and directs it? And I think, I'm curious your thoughts on this, but I was just thinking like the thing about this is that it's so small. I'm not going to tell you this is a feminist film even by 20th century standards, but I will say that like, I think the way in which Matt listens to her and the way in which TJ and Jeff are douchebags, they're douchebags in a way that's like, these guys kind of suck, but they're not bad guys. They're just douchey, the two.
They're immature.
Yeah, they're immature.
They're not mean. They're not. Well, no. I mean, like, even TJ's most mean-spirited, he kind of apologizes afterwards, which, can you name a horror movie in which somebody does something douchey and then says, I'm really sorry?
Also, the way in which Matt engages with Courtney for the short time we're going to have Matt, but the way in which he like listens and responds and things like that. And that's just shit that like I think men weren't putting in their scripts at this time. And even now, a lot of times. And I just think it's like modeling normal, good, emotionally sound human behavior.
I'll buy it.
Yeah. Also, the girls are in a fucking band. They're in a Bangles style rock band.
Like they're in their own band.
Yes.
And they're committed to that band.
Yes.
Like, it's their own thing.
And they're good at it. I mean,
and their boyfriends are totally chill, just like appreciating their girlfriends for their, for their slumber party band rehearsal weekends.
Yeah. I don't know if you have any other thoughts on that. I didn't want to belabor like this. I'm not trying to make this movie about like women power, girl boss.
No. I think it's it. I don't. I read a comment that was really interesting. I don't know how much validity there is to this. Reddit, like So take it for what it is. But somebody floated the idea that at one point, the idea of Matt, the same actor to play Matt and the driller killer, as like the two sides of kind of like chaotic evil and lawful good.
Yes. Of
like these two polarizing forces in Courtney's life. And I think that would have been fucking amazing.
That would have been really interesting. It would have given a totally different view on a lot of this film.
Yeah.
Reframed it in a different way. I like that you frame them as lawful good and chaotic evil, because that's very true about those two characters.
Yeah.
Because
Matt is like almost good to a fault. Like, he's so supportive of her, especially when she really starts breaking down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, but it's also like, I want to do anything for you to make you feel better.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm dead. Okay,
I'm dead. Yeah. I think Matt's bad choice. I think the only choice that Matt makes, emotionally speaking, that I think is very immature and very stupid. Take the killer out of it, but he is clearly seeing this girl he's starting to date, and believing her, or at least, he says the line, I believe she saw something. I believe she experienced something. It's not saying, hey, you guys, she's right. It's not buying it entirely, but it is buying into the feeling. She believes she's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so taking her reality as truth is so good and honest and real. But having sex with her while she's going through this is a really, really bad idea.
I mean, he doesn't really get to finish, though, to be fair. He doesn't,
but it's just beginning the process.
Like, he doesn't even get to he gets to second base, and that's about it before he gets a drill.
Which is third base.
Okay, so yes, the third base is getting drilled.
Getting drilled through the back by a killer.
By the rockabilly Danny Zuko, who may or may not exist.
As a side note, way back years ago when I was working at Jacob's Pillow, we had my friends Adam and Jen, who both of them well. There was a summer intern from Finland, and we were all sitting around in like the pub at the Pillow after work one night, and somebody made a comment about getting to second base. And
did you have to explain what the bases were?
Well, our Finnish intern kind of like winced, and we were like, "Oh wait, do you not know what second base is?" She's like, "Well, yeah. I mean, it means like in the butt." And we were like, "What's third base?"
Damn, what's a home run?
Yeah, we never found out. And I what I deduced was it may have been a confusion about the word base, that she wasn't, there was no Finnish baseball reference.
Second.
It's just the first and the second.
Milk, lemonade.
Yes, it was just that. And I'm
around
like,
the corner, first base.
But I still think about what is Finnish third base?
What is a home run?
Yeah, what's a Finnish home run?
Anyway. Matt is adorable.
He is adorable.
And Matt is like, hey, I think you're cute too. I will totally come to your friend's garage and watch you all rehearse.
So cute. He like pulls up, sits on the hood of his car, and is just like,
just happy to be
doe-eyed, like, oh my God, you're so talented.
Pure Labrador energy.
One of my favorite lines in this movie is like, as the band breaks up at their like little garage concert at Amy's house, Amy's like, I'm going to go get something. Does anybody want anything? And Sally is like, could you get me a slice?
Yes.
I'm like, oh, R.I.P. Slice.
Yes. Fucking Slice.
Which became...
They're drinking Slice and Perrier. Come on.
Yeah, Sheila wants a Perrier.
Oh.
And it's so honest. Like, this isn't a retro 80s movie. This is an 80s movie. So the idea of just saying Slice, I'm like, proof
what
that was
popular.
real.
Yeah. Yes.
Did Slice become Sierra Mist?
Did it? I don't know.
Okay, there's something. Well, everyone just go Wikipedia this. I'll do it after the thing. But I remember Sierra Mist had to change its name, but I think Sierra Mist had changed its name from Slice. And now they're Dribble. I forget the name of whatever the shit
Dribble?
is now. But, no, it's not that.
Jeffrey, would you get me a can of Dribble? Could you make it a Dribble lemon?
I was up
Dribble
too late
grapefruit?
watching a cheesy 80s film last night.
I actually like Dribble as a soda name. That's just me.
I will drink Dribble, but it's got to have some like gin in it too.
Oh, sure. That's a good mix.
Gin and Dribble. I'll have a gin and drib.
Gin and Dribble? Like Di Serono.
Di Serono.
Okay, so what about this song? This song, not one of my favorites.
No, it's got
I
it.
can't even
It's
tell you
funny.
I can't even tell you the name of the song. It made it smooth brain. Teflon
It's very
right off.
Bangles. It feels very Bangles.
It's very Bangles,
like it's
very
kind of,
Go-Go's.
of that mid-'80s girl pop band style. It's bright,
like-
it's happy, it's about kind of nothing. There's the thing I did kind of like about this song, and I'm not musically inclined enough to be able to kind of like repeat any of it to you. But it's it's kind of got like when you said this movie has like a manic vibe, a manic energy to it, the song has a manic energy without feeling like, I don't mean manic as in crazy. I mean like it's not consistent. And I just want to look at the time signature of this song. Like, is it in the same beat?
Some of the time, like the chord jumps are in like the weirdest places.
Yes. It
It's
doesn't
also
have
like
a normal structure to it.
No. And also the backup, like, because Courtney's not a lead. She's not a lead singer. That is Sheila. Sheila's lead singer energy all the way.
100%.
Courtney's like a backup singer. I was like, there's some weirdness going on with this songwriting.
Uh-huh.
It's not terrible.
No, it's way better than any other high school band I feel like I've heard. High school garage band.
That's something that, like, do high school bands still play prom? Is that a thing of the past? Like, that's like dead and gone?
I think so. I got to think there's so many more people using samples and computers to make their music rather than forming bands. I bet that still exists, but I can't imagine that, like...
But they're not going to play the prom.
Right.
In which you have this, like, girl group that are all high school students at their own high school that have, like, 5 original songs, and then they do a bunch of covers, and everybody is ecstatic over that.
Yes. Yeah.
Is this a thing? Please, tag us in the comments if you're a high school band that played your prom in the last 40 years.
Right. All right. So Courtney invites Matt to Sheila's dad's condo. He just got a condo in Palm Springs or wherever.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For the weekend. And he's like, are her parents going to be there? And Courtney's like, no. Oh, you bad girl.
Bad girl. That must be another girl you're thinking about. No, I'm only thinking about you. Yeah.
This scene, Courtney is like selling this to her mom.
Oh,
and this
my
is,
God.
the mom is a character that like fits in the point of view question that I had about this movie. Cause I'm like, I feel like this movie might be better off as a Peanuts style thing where with just the parents are really never there.
Yeah. They're
Or
so
actually
distant.
Muppet Babies is a better reference. Like there's Nanny, but like,
yeah.
who lives in this fucking house?
Yeah.
And I think just having the mom there, because it's just so passive because she's not evil mom.
No.
She's not a good mom, but she's not like, damn it, if you see those kids, if you're sinning out in the desert. She's not like that.
Yes. She's not like Footloose mom.
No. But mom is just like, we're going to see your sister this weekend. Don't you want to see your sister?
She's like, it's my birthday. I don't want
honey,
to
I
spend
forgot.
my birthday in a mental institution. Oh, I forgot you're still alive.
I'm sorry, honey. I forgot it was your birthday.
Yikes.
I love this. This is actually a really good line for like a teen comedy sort of thing when Courtney is like, and when she gets her mom to kind of say it's all right to go out there, she's like, oh yeah, and Sheila's parents are great. They're a little strict though.
They're a little strict.
But they're great. And I'm like, good lie, kid. Good lie.
Yeah. That's some good teenage judo. You're like, oh no, yeah, they're a little strict, but and mom's like, oh, of course, yes, okay, fine, all right,
yes,
we can go see your, traumatized, deranged sister another day.
Okay, we're getting more of her nightmares.
They're getting more specific.
We're seeing like shots of her and her friends already driving out to the desert. We're seeing shots of her and Matt in bed together.
Yes.
But we're also seeing shots of, I guess, her sister in the mental institution.
Yes. And it's Valerie. This time it's Valerie being like, don't go all the way.
What? I mean, okay. I know in 80s vernacular. Did you two go all the way? I know what that means.
Yeah.
What does it mean in this movie?
I think it's like finish third base.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I think in the, okay, so to go all the way means when two people love each other very much and they have sex. Mm. But then I think to the deranged driller killer, it's like, I took it to mean uniting in death.
Okay.
Like, don't get killed by the driller killer. That's going all the way.
Yes. Okay.
I have to say, I hated seeing the driller killer before he appeared. I did not like it.
No, because you suddenly get a kind of almost jump scare style shot of his face close up, and he's like, rock and roll never dies.
Face. You see Sheila, or you see Courtney, and then also sort of Valerie hiding under the bed from like rockabilly black leather, steel-toed shit kicker boots. And I think it kind of like, I don't know, I kind of wish it was more of a surprise.
Yes, agreed.
As opposed to like, well, I think we know what our killer's MO is. And then believe me, once we got him, I was like, well, see, now it's just, he's going to sing about it? Okay, all right, I'm locked in.
I really was convinced this was going to be a full diegetic musical, meaning like we were going to get lots of these girls singing or lip syncing or dancing and singing to the radio. But no, this is a musical. This movie is a musical because the driller killer sings a non-diegetic song.
I mean, he looks at the camera and says, "Let's do it."
But
I didn't like being a, kind of walking in, and I knew that like kind of some of the things going on in this movie, but I didn't like seeing him just yet. Like, I think that's where like the mystique of Freddy Krueger is so great, because Wes Craven doesn't kind of give you Freddy Krueger. Yeah. Like, he teases him out over the course of the first movie, at least. Like, you always see him far away, or he's kind of, like, deconstructed.
Yes. There's like two things I've learned in doing the show for 5 years now, is like the way in which we've watched these movies, that there's a formula to this.
Sure.
You definitely can always start with like a cold open bloody murder if you want.
Yeah.
That's a thing you can do. But normally in these, the way you pace out your deaths, you have to like build up with some suspense, some near deaths, some jump scares that are maybe fake, some near misses, but it's right at the 50% mark. It's right at the halfway moment.
Yeah.
Somewhere plus or minus a few minutes. That's when it gets real. That's when the horror has to get real. This movie, it's like the 70% mark before it gets, like, it's like the last 20 minutes when things get real.
Like, I think I paused it because I'm like, whoa. Like, the movie was losing me.
Yeah.
I started texting my brother.
For
I started
hour,
texting
15
you.
minutes.
Yeah. And then I paused it and I was like, wait, okay, things are actually literally driller killer 11 o'clock number. Mm-hmm. And it was like 17 minutes left in the movie. I was like, oh my God, I'm almost done with this film.
Yeah.
We've been through so much.
Yeah, it just is. It does have a Roger Corman first draft, best draft quality to it.
Sure.
Because he wasn't really about like the classic Hollywood refinements of a
No,
thing.
he's like, just get it filmed, put it in the can.
Yeah. Rockabilly road trip music. We're on our way
Yeah.
out. Sally is reading a book of
Oh, yeah.
erotica called Hot, Wet, and Wild.
Hot, Wet, and Wild.
She's like, I found it under my brother's mattress.
See? Female sexuality.
There it is.
They're like, girls like doing it. Girls like reading about doing it.
Yeah. I like that her brother actually is hiding erotic stories under his mattress
know.
rather than a magazine called Boob.
Yes, Boob magazine. Classic. Will never go out of style. Boob magazine.
Like we saw in, what the shit movie?
The Faculty.
The Faculty.
Yeah. He's, I mean, the 80s was a time of like sort of the dirty bookstore as well.
True. They stop at like a Vaughn's somewhere out there, and they're in the parking lot, and Courtney is now hallucinating.
Yeah, she's like daydream, like fugue state.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah. She like,
which is why I was like, it'd be so much like this girl is not okay. Is she so not okay that she has an entire split personality in which she is a leather-clad driller killer?
Yeah, I agree. I sort of wonder if that's to go back to my read on this film, is it was all a dream, but version 2 could be like what you're saying, which is, oh no, she driller killed all of these people.
Yeah.
Because of the voice in her head, which would make some sense of his line, you are me and I am you.
Yes.
And
the whole let's go, like, don't go all the way is like, don't reunite, like,
don't become him.
Yeah. Don't become him, or even don't look at yourself.
Yeah.
Like, don't look behind the door, because you're not going to like what you see, which is you were doing this the whole time.
Yes. That actually makes more logical sense, I think, because that makes sense of that line. he says with a sneer.
Ugh.
The Wikipedia does not offer any light on that. Sometimes somebody in the summary will interpret the film for you as to like, and in the end, it's all very dry. Their summary.
Give you a read.
But sometimes it'll be like, and it wakes up and it turns out she was him the whole time. I'm like, oh, great. Thank you for clarifying.
No.
Yeah, but these like daydreams that she's having again with the killer. Now we're seeing him like dancing.
Yeah.
Like it's those leather boots walking past the bed where Valerie's hiding under the bed. But then he starts like doing like a little boogie. Like,
I know.
It's wild. They get to the condo. This is the most like Inland Empire porn making condo I've ever seen.
This place is so like, yay, we're at the condo. Oh my God. Nobody else is here. It's only half built.
Yeah, they are in a development that is not finished neighborhood.
Like in the middle of the desert. Like there's one house that has grass.
Yes.
Everything else has not been landscaped yet.
No. It is walled. Oh, this is so 80s. It is wall-to-wall carpeting.
It's like what's that color? I'm trying to like, what is that color? It is sherbet.
Oh.
Sherbet colored carpeting and drapes.
Yes, there's a lot of mauve or mauvette coloring. Taupe. That's it.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because they get inside, and I think it's like Sally, she's our rocker chick. She's the like brains. Oh, you know,
no, that's Sheila.
Oh,
Sheila's the one with like the sex crazed girl.
But Sally is the like, I'm the writer.
Oh yeah, she's the blonde drummer girl.
Yeah, but she's the like, these are my songs.
Yes,
like,
that's right.
She's the musician. She's the artiste.
Yes.
You know what I just realized? Their band doesn't have a name. We never hear the band's name.
I think you're right. I don't remember one coming up.
Jeffrey, what is the band name for this group?
The Dribbles.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you have a name?
No, I think the Dribbles is great.
Okay, great. Cool. I'm sorry, I just named a girl band of the Dribbles, and I just think that's just not. I don't know.
I think it should be something and the Dribbles. Virginia Woolf and the Dribbles.
Sheila Slice and the Dribbles.
Sheila Slice and the Dribbles. Thank you. Okay, problem solved. But I think it's funny when they get there, Sally's kind of giving Sheila shit. She's like, I know why you asked us to come to your dad's condo, because it has no furniture and you just want us to unpack. And she's not wrong.
No, there's
they have a couch.
They have a couch. There's like 2 twin beds.
There's a bed in each room and that's it.
This is what I'm saying about like, this is like such a porn rental.
Yeah.
Condo you would find in the Inland Empire, and it's like unfurnished. There's barely furnished. Yeah. It is no art up on the wall anywhere. It's so bleak looking, everything about it. And I'm like, they got this for cheap. That's how this worked.
I have a tidbit for you.
Yes.
You were not wrong.
Okay.
So apparently this condo, which was also featured in another horror movie, was infested with cockroaches. And they had to stop shooting this movie for a day or two so they could get the fumigator in, and it didn't work.
Oh, no.
So imagine, just the manic quality, I think, is, like, baked in.
Okay, yes.
That sort of like, yeah, we've got, like, exactly 6 days. Oh, no, it's filled with cockroaches. We have 5 days to shoot this movie.
In one of the beds is a classic style blow up doll where Sheila's like, oh, my brother, he's already been here. I'm like, your brother comes to fuck a doll. Like, he comes out of the city.
No, to come. I think he left it there for Sheila.
Okay.
Like as a practical joke.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. I was just thinking these girls have some like, Sally and Sheila both have weird brothers who are horny in very different ways.
Yeah, one is literate, and the other's more visual. Mm-hmm. But they're both horn dogs.
My favorite thing is Sheila has to go break into what she calls the dad's booze closet, which totally understandable that there would be like a room that you would keep all your booze and lock it from the kids.
Sure.
However, I'm like, Dad made sure to get the booze out there before he got any furniture. It's just a weird priority. That's all I'm saying.
It's a weird priority.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Dad might be a porn producer.
I think so.
Like, and it's like warm champagne. This sparkling wine.
That thankfully they're in California where you can buy booze at a grocery store.
That is true.
So you could get decent. Like in New York, you can't. And in New York State, if you buy wine at a grocery store, that life's in your life is in its hands, right? Like you're
like fruit wine.
Okay, I think this moment where they're all eating spray cheese corn dogs and drinking warm champagne, I'm like, this is so high school though.
Champagne and corn dogs, baby.
And putting like the little spray cheese on the corn dog.
I live that lifestyle.
Same. It's such a good, like, this is what you do when you're not, like, you have no sense of a charcuterie board or anything.
No. Me and my friends, I'm going to omit some details to this story because it does involve larceny. But me and a couple of my friends stole like 2 cases of champagne from a local nightclub.
Uh-huh.
And so for an entire summer, we each drank a bottle of champagne every time we hung out.
Amazing.
Like no glasses, just bottle in hand.
It's truly remarkable. It's so good. Did you at least refrigerate it?
We did.
Okay.
That we did.
All right. Well, they turn on the TV and Rock and Roll High School is on.
I've never seen Rock and Roll High School.
I haven't either.
This seems very of a time.
Uh-huh.
Because I think I was like in elementary school when that was occurring. And that's like, I'm like, no, I'm watching He-Man and G.I. Joe. I'm not watching Rock and Roll High School, you know?
Sally's like, I love this song. Let's dance.
This song.
And so they go, it's like full TikTok choreography. These girls have a whole system down. They're singing along to the song.
They got some like shoulder dips, some choreographed shoulder dips.
Full unison.
And And then, like, Courtney starts pulling out the feathers out the pillow, and then all the feathers. And then all of a sudden, they're like spraying each other with champagne. And now they're taking their bras off and whipping each other with their bras. And there's champagne and feathers everywhere. And that's understandable. What I do not understand is in the come down when Sheila puts her bra back on with feathers underneath it.
Like girl shower.
And she's like, I'm a chicken, bok, bok, bok. And she makes her titties go bok, bok, bok. Listen, turn me right on.
Yeah.
Gay man converted.
You lost that gold star, Cecil.
I did.
You're a silver star gay.
Wow, your sweaty, feather-covered titty chicken impression did it for me.
I really liked that. I really loved that thing because it's definitely got the thing that feels like the Corman or whoever, like the producer is going to say, you're making an 80s slasher with girls at a slumber party. We got to see boobies. And it felt like Deborah Brock probably asked the crew, anybody want to show their titties? And lady playing Sheila is like, fine with me. And then we just did this scene. But the scene is like funny. It's weird.
Yeah, they're really goofy in a way that like girls aren't allowed to kind of be goofy in 80s movies, I think.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's also like, this sounds so small, but it's like not shaking her titties at the camera. It's like,
no,
I don't know. It's really interesting. I'm not saying it's not exploitative. It's just different.
It's more, she's just like, I don't know, naked, not naked, doesn't matter to me.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It feels like a choice for her to be this free and wild.
And it's also Sheila.
Yeah.
Who we are going to discover is like the sex pot of the group. So clearly she's real comfortable with her body.
Totally.
Meanwhile, the boys have shown up.
TJ and Jeff.
Okay. All right. These two.
Jeff, the curly blonde-haired guy, he makes me think of the same character from Beverly Hills 90210. Do you remember?
Yes. Yes. The blonde curly-haired guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, what was his name? I don't know.
Ian Ziering from Beverly Hills 90210.
So these two boys, we've got Dime Store Ian Ziering.
Timu.
And then we've got Dime Store Adam Devine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he's got that sort of like same face, same kind of like short king energy. Mm-hmm. You're just like, okay, Chihuahua boy, you need to calm it down.
He's fully in a character, which I don't mind for a comedy. Like, you need a guy like that like you always sense the actor in character and he plays it great, whatever he's doing. But yeah, fully wound tight. I love it. And TJ is more of the stoner, sex-loving fuck up. Jeff is a little bit more milquetoast.
No, and he is like giving full president of the class.
Totally.
You know, like him and his girlfriend wash the car. You know, like even their idea of fun is doing service work.
Yep.
But the boys catch them dancing around and they cannot believe their eyes.
Boobies.
They sneak in the back door.
Wait, can I make one quick comment?
Please do.
As the boys are watching from the window, the whole like titties out, pillow fight, champagne party.
Yeah.
Jeff says to TJ, I didn't know girls really did this stuff.
They're like so close to being aware that they're in a film.
So close.
Like it's all like the veil is so thin.
We're 9 years before Scream. We're almost
like
to the self-referential film.
That's it. Like the fourth wall is real porous here.
Yeah.
Not quite. We only get one wink and a nod at the camera, and it's by our maybe exists, maybe doesn't exist Danny Zuko driller killer.
Danny Zuko driller killer walked so that the ghost face could run.
That's right.
Yeah. Is that how the phrase goes? I forget.
I think it is.
Sorry, the boys come in.
They pull a little prank. Oh. And immediately Sheila and TJ have very loud sex all night long. Mm-hmm. It's keeping Courtney up. Mm-hmm. But Courtney's not sleeping too good either. Her dreams are getting worse.
No, she's like, she dreams of like Matt in bed with her, but then he turns into the killer and saying like, oh, here's his line: "I'm you and you're me until we go all the way," is what the killer says to her.
I think it's like a Shutter Island thing. You know, it's like going all the way is like she's unable to look at herself.
Yeah.
And realize that she's the killer.
Sometimes you just like stress gets to you. You know, I recently like went out of town with my girlfriend. We hung out with her family, and I just was like having a tough time sleeping because I had just moved to a new apartment after I had gotten home from tour. Like 3 days after tour, moved to a new apartment, just a couple days, and then went away out of town. And my body's like, oh, so stressed out. And it was hard. It just was hard to sleep and stay asleep. And things are great now and feeling a lot better. But my thing is that I'm like, I know I'm fine. I know what the stress is from. I never woke up on their kitchen floor sobbing in a fetal position. Did you imagine
that your hamburger was a human hand?
I never imagined that the food they gave me had human parts in it. So at that point, had I done that, I would have said, hey, Sarah, I should probably go home and maybe talk to my therapist and seek some help.
I have woken up in a different place than when I fell asleep, but there was a lot of drugs involved.
Sure.
Like, at least I knew.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I remember. Okay. I'm not surprised.
Yes.
Did I buy anything else on eBay last night? Checking no. Okay, good.
Yeah, she's struggling, and she's telling Amy about her dreams, and, you know, Amy's like, I think it's just the hangover. Like, you've got this bad headache. We all drank a lot.
And, you know, I read this article that when you drink, you have psychology gobbledygook. And Courtney's not trying to hear all that.
No. Well, and TJ thinks he's being funny. He's like, I know how to fix it. And he kind of like stands her up by the pool and is like rubbing her
massage
neck.
That turns into like demon be gone.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a funny joke, but he pushes her in the pool. Okay, shenanigans. But Courtney just sort of like sits down at the bottom of the pool.
She dissociates at the bottom of that pool.
Like Graduate style.
Yeah. Jeff has to dive in after her to like pull her out. Like, shit, she could have drowned. She's hallucinating a severed hand in her burger. Danny Zuko is over in the rose bushes cackling at her, and she's the only one who can see it. Even Jeff is like, you can have some of my chicken salad sandwich.
It's a little less ketchup-y. And then she's like, I'm going to go lay down and it's just the hangover. I'm going to get another nap, more sleep. At which point, oh my God, Sally and this pimple story, this pimple plotline.
Oh, yes.
Courtney's like, I don't feel good. Maybe it's the hangover, but I'm really starting to crack up. Sally, I know what you mean. I am totally covered in pimples. You can't see them, but they're there. And I know they're there, and they're ruining my weekend.
That was very helpful. Thank you, Sally.
Thank you, Sally, for making it all about you and your imaginary problems.
Thank you for your empathy, for connecting
And Courtney's
with
like,
me.
I don't see any pimples. She's like, oh, they're there. They're there.
We're all a little bit crazy here. Oh, there's a moment where a couple of other hallucinations I thought were fun, where Courtney is in the kitchen by herself, opens up the fridge, and like the chicken carcass attacks her.
The fucking chicken. You're not okay.
No.
And it's okay, because normally her hallucinations are revolving around this rockabilly killer.
And they're also like in sleep or even daydreams.
Yeah.
But like nothing
they
has
feel like
touched her
dream
yet.
montage.
Yeah.
This is like she is just going to get a sandwich and a full unwrapped chicken without a head starts spitting up black goop all over her front. She screams, she runs, she gets, I think, Amy and Jeff, who are lovingly washing the car.
Yes.
And they're like, well, it's a chicken. It's in the wrapper.
Yeah.
She had dropped her glass. They're like, it fell out of the fridge.
Yeah.
But they're also like not mean to her. They're like, oh, you silly goose.
Amy's like, go take a hot bath.
Oh, no.
But there's just blood pouring out of that tub the moment
It's like
she gets
blood,
in.
blood geyser. And she freaks out about that.
Uh-huh.
And she runs downstairs. She's like, Sally, there's something wrong. And the bathtub is normal. And she's like, I couldn't turn off the bath.
Uh-huh.
So okay. And then Sally's like, my pimple really hurts. And then she's like, I like this. This is like some like society level practical effect. Like this is what I'm in for when I'm in for an 80s horror movie.
Yes.
Is like inexplicable mutant pimple face.
Yeah, because it goes from like a golf ball sized boil to like her whole right side of her face like melting.
It's like melting off, like mutant style. It explodes all up in Courtney's business. And then this is where this shit gets wild because Sally just disappears.
Yeah, and as Courtney is screaming because these hallucinations are so real, she's telling everyone, Sally's dead, Sally's dead.
And she's got blood on her arm.
Yeah.
Inexplicable as well. And they're like, wait, where is Sally? They look all over the house. Sally's not there. Oh, Matt has shown up in the meantime. Mm-hmm. But this is where I'm like, ooh, this kind of piques my... I'm like, this is some like Shutter Island level of like object impermanent. Like, what is real?
Yeah.
This is like Inception kind of shit where you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
What happened? Where, like Picnic at Hanging Rock, like where is Sally?
There's a moment where like the snapping point for her is the trash compactor turns off.
Love this.
And everybody's like,
was that?
Nobody knew. Earlier? Nobody turned it on. And then it's just like
it was
the
just
most crunchy sounds.
And like Jeff is like, I guess there were chicken bones in it or something. And it's just like, wah, 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 like 3-part close up of just the. And then next shot, the police have been called. Officer Kruger, Officer Voorhees.
Funny.
Lol. Okay. And like one of them is like, okay, so let me get this straight. Your friend's goiter pimple face exploded on you. Then she disappeared, and you all think she's in the trash compactor, but you're too scared to open the trash compactor, so you called the police. Yes.
Uh-huh. And then Sally just like walks into the door. Oh, I was just at the store. I got some Oxy 10.
Oh my God, Oxy 10.
Of a time.
Absolutely. Man, I had this, I was acne prone, so I had to like, just, I don't know, chemical burn an entire level of my skin off every day. Yeah, that was real.
And that,
but this is such a weird detail. She's like, oh, I also met this really sexy, cool guy who why are the cops here?
Yeah.
So like, I appreciate that, like the story, there is a reason for this insane person to show up at their door.
Uh-huh.
Like Sally met a hot guy at the Ralphs or the Vons or whatever and was like, hey, you should come to our party. And because he is, kind of hot in a like manic Danny Zuko kind of way.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a logical in-story reality reason. Beyond that, I got nothing.
No. I didn't even make that connection. I was just like, that's just a thread that didn't go anywhere. But yeah, I guess that is like she met Danny Zuko Driller Killer at the Vons.
But then how he's able to like move in time and space, girl, I got nothing for you.
Or why he even needed her invite.
Why he has an electric guitar, why he has a drill tar, to unknown.
No.
Unknown.
That main cop is like, Officer Kruger is like, you kids jerk my chain again, I'll rip your tongues out.
Yikes.
Like, okay, just everybody chill. Like,
are the police in Palm Springs this bad?
I mean,
they were all like gay and hot and shit.
I know. One would think they have to be in like UPS style tight shorts, right? Out in Palm Springs.
Actually, I hear the police in Palm Springs are very uptight about noise ordinance.
Oh,
because so many people want to have pool parties. So they're like, you can't have a fucking live DJ and 3 drag queen
Yes.
comedy night going on in your backyard. Everyone.
Yeah, it's always been that weird combination of old retirees and LA party people.
Yeah.
Everyone is like, we got to go get dinner. Courtney is melting down, but Matt's like, well, I'll stay here with her.
Matt is so good to her in this movie. Like, he's like, I mean, I do kind of wish that they had been like, it's time to go home, Courtney.
Yeah,
you know?
I want,
But he at least is like, I'll drive you home. I know I just drove up today. I'll drive you home.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I'll be okay. And then he pulls a fucking birthday cake out of nowhere.
This man can bake and he can decorate.
Oh, that shit was store-bought.
Oh, I was fully on like, oh no, he went downstairs and baked this fucking cake.
No, but he put the candles in.
He did.
It's
so
very
good.
Sweet. It's very like 16 candles this moment. And Courtney's like, he's like, aren't you going to blow out the candles? She's like, no, I want this moment to last forever. Don't you want a wish? My wish has already come true. And then they kiss.
Yeah.
Which, like, the trauma swing of, like, Courtney's crying one minute and horny the next, it's a little abrupt.
Kids, you have to know, like, sex is deeply connected to feelings and emotion.
Yeah, it's true.
And it can dig up a lot of things you didn't know were happening inside of you, more than just the literal feelings that are good in your loins. It is digging around in your head, too. And as they are getting personal and unbuttoning things.
But like he's like kissing her, like I don't even know if she has her bra off.
No.
And then he sits up. Yeah. He gets a drill through and finally we have entered action.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And I wasn't even sure we had entered action because I'm like, is this another...
I thought it was another dream.
Yeah, because we just saw fucking Sally's face explode, but it didn't.
Yeah.
Well, while this is all happening, everyone else has come home drunk from the diner, right. And then they're like playing. They're not even like playing real music. They're just
like
banging
the boys
on
are
shit.
picking. Yeah, like the boys are pretending to be like they can play an instrument.
It's all very realistic teen behavior.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, but they're making a lot of racket, which makes sense.
Yeah, she tells Driller Killer. No, you're a dream. You're a dream. Yeah. Courtney says he holds up Matt's severed arm and is like,
oh
no.
My God, yes.
And she runs downstairs and she is fully covered in blood. And that killer shows up too, and everyone's like, oh shit.
It wasn't until this moment I was like, oh, I guess it is a real person?
Mm-hmm.
I guess, okay, goodbye, Matt. We spent so much time like emotionally bonding with you since literally the first frame of this movie. What an unceremonious send-off.
In a more like serious film, like a movie that really is trying to be like dark and horror and really get us and not be campy. Like that's a pretty good kill. Right? But to take the most solid ground anchoring person away from our protagonist who is on the verge of losing it.
And have that be the moment in which, like, the first kill and also, like the most surprising. Because he is literally, like, Driller Killer is, like, was he hiding under their bed the entire time? Did he walk in the room when they were making out? Like, time and space is real weird in this movie.
I think he just, like, operates on the same, like, temporal plane as, like, Santa Claus. You know what I mean? Like
Santa Claus, Freddy Krueger time.
Yeah.
Leprechaun.
Mm-hmm. Leprechaun.
How do
Leprechaun work? Well, he manages to get TJ in the leg, but he's not dead yet. And then
TJ gets real injured, and TJ and Sheila run off outside. Mm-hmm. Good for them. Get out the door.
Sally gets cornered.
Oh, Sally. This is some like, it's a fun death, but it's also like super weak sauce because she's like, kind of backs herself into a corner, even though literally there's like a door right behind her. Yeah. Which is a weird choice.
And her friends are right on the other side of it because they're trying to dial the police on the phone.
Oh, hell no.
No.
Futile. I mean, I think we all know. We're like, oh yeah, it's boy who cried. Okay, yes, you've annoyed the police once. They're not going to come. Mm-hmm. I think we all saw that. But like, while the Driller Killer is in your house is not the time to be like 911, the number you have dialed,
And they don't even dial 911. They straight call. They know I guess. Oh, I remember back then a lot of phones had the little space to write in the local police number on there and fire.
But I love this because we don't see Sally get like we just see her like reacting to killer cam, right?
Yeah.
And then we see the drill come through the phone. Which is such a good, I love this because one, it's really surprising and shocking to both the characters that are on the phone because we're like, oh my God, why is the phone being, and then we know that drill has gone through your friend, through the wall, through your only means of communication with the outside world.
Yep.
Love that.
Jeff, Amy, and Courtney, the plan is we're going to get in Jeff's car and get away. They have to but they find Sally's already dead. So they're like, she's just fucking dead. We're making a mad dash out of here.
Yeah.
Car won't start, but then it does.
Also, this car is a piece of shit. Like the door, like the driver's door doesn't even close all the way. All the windows are down. I'm like, the killer's in the back seat. And sure enough.
Yep.
Because they all got in the front.
Yes.
I was like, the killer's in the back seat.
Always check the back seat, you guys.
I mean, I guess it's not something that I do instinctually. I feel like I do kind of glance in the back of my car every time I get in. Like, if there's a grown-ass human in there, I think I might see it.
I have a pretty tiny car, and so it's hard not to see inside the back seat, but yeah.
And especially cars of that age, like, they didn't have, like, the headrests were not as high, like, bucket seats were, like, anyway.
Well, Jeff gets it right through the back of his chest. I want to say... I think a lot of the deaths in this movie are weak sauce because the thing about the driller killer is that it's just he either goes through the front of the chest or the back of the chest.
That's it.
So there's
it's a near miss, and he's like, dag nabbit.
I kind of wanted his guitar to be also like a literal axe that he could chop people in half, or
that's a
like
good
just
one.
to have like a more diverse weapon.
Sure,
but the drill is a little bit like. It's hard to get too creative with what you can do here.
It is, yeah. It's in or out.
Well, the girls fly out of that car because Jeff dead, and they run back to the house.
Yes.
They run back into the house.
Meanwhile, Sheila is like holding TJ up, which I also kind of love that they're like, we're so horny for each other and we kind of annoy each other, but also like they're a couple. Like, she's carrying him, and she's like, "You gotta make it. You gotta." Like, I kind of like that.
I do too. Yeah,
and they see a light on. Somebody's listening to Wagner too loud, though.
Cannot hear them pounding and screaming for help. And Danny Zuko shows up and slices. I guess he gets TJ like. It makes it look like he cuts him from the groin up the chest.
Yeah.
We don't really see it. I think that just like the budget to make a bunch of like practical effects was not high. Sheila gets her arm sliced, but she manages to get away.
The neighbor comes out, "You crazy kids."
Crazy kids, because he can't see around the corner to the front of the garage.
Yes. Uh-huh.
All right. Officer Kruger just hangs up on Courtney trying to call the cops. Sheila makes... Okay. This whole scene is so confusing to me. So Courtney and Amy hide upstairs in the bedroom, and they put a dresser in front of the door. All that makes sense.
All right. Okay, sure.
Totally makes sense. It's not going to work, but it makes sense. Like that sense of protection. Danny Zuko, Driller Killer, is going to show up and do a full-ass song and dance number.
Oh, because now he's gotten rid of all the boys.
Yes.
So now he can like really enjoy himself. Mm-hmm. You know, when you're at the orgy and you're like, oh no, there's boys here.
Yeah.
I want to be the only boy.
Yeah.
So he like literally dead ass looks at the camera, sings a whole song. This is Buzz Buzz. This is my number one.
Let's buzz.
This is my number one hit from the song.
It's so good. Baby, do you like my sound? He also like starts the song by, as you said earlier, like turning right to the camera and going, now it's time for the fun part.
Yeah.
This is where I was confused on multiple levels, because also Sheila has managed to get back into the house, and she has run upstairs pounding on the door and screaming and crying. I think what's happening is the girls move the dresser out of the way to let her in, but then they hear the drill and they're like, nope, you're not coming in. And then they move it back.
And Sheila gets it.
And Sheila's going to get drilled down in the hall all the while he's singing this song. And the whole thing is so silly. And, you know, Freddy Krueger and even Art the Clown from Terrifier managed to be so scary in their comedy.
Yeah.
And this is not managing to be scary. It's managing to be silly, campy, but also very sad. Because, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I felt a little sad, not scared, but, like, sad. Like, oh, I want Sheila to have a...
fight back or do something.
And I also wanted her friends not to abandon her. You know, like, you go back to save the cat.
Yeah.
Because you want to save the cat, but also because it adds tension to the movie, right? It's another thing.
It makes you a hero.
It makes you a hero. It means that you are here to save lives.
Yeah, you're not just a survivor looking to get your skin out at any cost. You're looking to take care of the other people in your party.
And I wanted Amy and Courtney to try to save their friend. And if Sheila gets cut down there, I think that's so much more tense, so much scarier, because you think it's going to happen and then she dies, however it plays. But I'm like, this is like Sally. It's just like, you're just cornered and you're like screaming and just dying.
Yeah.
Bummer. But we did get a full musical number.
But there's a musical happening. So it's like, I think my eyes were just popping out of my head, just being like, what the fuck is happening right now? Now, I wasn't even, like, the plot had gone out of my head at this point. And then my brain kicked back in, and somehow Courtney and Amy have gotten, like, on top of the roof, and, like, the driller killer, like, literally pops up through the fucking chimney.
Santa Claus. Yeah.
Like Santa Claus. Somehow he made it to the top of the roof before them. Unknown. Mm-hmm. And they're like climbing from rooftop to rooftop like fucking Oliver. And they make their way to sort of like half constructed homes, like frames of homes. Then there's another musical number.
Can't Stop Loving You. Until the Day I Do. However the line goes. Like,
which again, it's like they're so it's so close to being kind of poignant lyrics. Like this is a song about obsession. It's about like, it should be that Maroon 5 song, like Gonna Hunt You Down because of the way you smell, or what that fucking song is. You know?
I don't know that song, but I love it.
That's how it goes in my head. Yeah. But it's like, it's so close. And that's the thing, is that musicals, like if you're, what's the word? Diegetic?
Diegetic, where the music is like in the music, reality.
Yeah, the music is in the story. You still want it to sort of tip towards what your characters might be feeling, but it doesn't need to be a exact one-to-one. But when your characters are running and bursting out into song, they're expressing their inner monologue. And I kind of do need lyrics that are like a little more pointed.
Yeah.
A little more like, run and hide, I'm going to get you kind of stuff.
Yeah.
As opposed to shoo up, doobie doobie doo bop.
Can't Stop Loving You until the day that I do.
I guess. I'm like, I guess so.
I guess you're obsessed with her. I don't know.
But are you?
There's a moment where he finds them upstairs because blood is dripping down. I'm like, how does he need a clue to find them? He just knows at all points where they are.
Well, he's literally following a trail of blood because they keep touching things, which is silly. And then Sally somehow, Amy, like, trips and falls and is hanging onto the ledge of a window from the third floor. And Courtney's trying to pull her back, but the driller killer's right there. And Amy just like swan dives and dies.
Yep.
And the driller killer's like, oh, shucks, I didn't even have to do anything for that one.
There's no question in my mind that you could very much die from a third story fall onto concrete.
You're just going to like crack a knee.
But at that age, you have a pretty good chance of surviving that.
Yeah.
You're going to break some legs, a handful of legs, doing that.
But like dead?
But you're not going to
unless you landed on your face.
If you die from that fall, it's going to be a long, slow death. Like, it's going to be painful and writhing and not just like, she's so just peaceful, just laid out. And I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Oh dear.
All right. Now we've got Courtney on the run, making a break for it. She makes it to another roof, and we've got...
Oh, my God. Jeffrey.
Chekhov's flamethrower says...
Jeffrey Elaine Kramer.
Uh-huh.
Her moving like 3 boards out of the way that are blocking her at least 3 times. I could not.
Uh-huh.
She would, because she's in an open frame house. She's like, oh no, how I'm squeezed through, and my way is blocked, and it's like 2 plywood boards that she has to like move out of the. Oh my God, I couldn't.
Oh my God,
I just couldn't.
No. Well, Chekhov's flamethrower says that if you're going to introduce a flamethrower in the final scene of a film, you have to use the flamethrower in that final scene of the film.
Exactly 6 seconds later.
Yep.
And it's so weird because this is like the only time we see any spunk from Courtney.
Yeah.
Because she sees the flamethrower, she gets the idea. Cool. Oh my God. There's actually like a movie happening now.
Yeah, she's got a look on her face like, revenge, I'm going to get you.
Driller Killer is right above her, but he's unafraid. What are you going to do with that thing? Burn me up? And she's like, fuck yeah.
Well, he says, come on, baby, light my fire, because he's speaking in like rock lyrics or whatever.
Oh, that's right. Yes, of course.
She does. She burns him up. He's instantly like a skull flaming thing, and he falls for 20 straight seconds.
Yep.
I guess he's dead.
And that's it?
Yeah, which goes back more to like they're one and the same. Meaning like for him going all the way is like uniting in death. Like that's how we reconcile that she is him. But that
we never see his body?
Yeah.
Because it's like fade to black, sounds of sirens. Courtney's got a police blanket around her. They're carrying out a body. She stops. She's like, wait, I want to look. And it's her friend Amy.
Yep.
And Amy's eyes pop open and she kind of talks with the sound of the Driller Killer.
Like cackles. Then she snaps out of that and she wakes up in bed with Matt.
And she's all happy. It's like almost like this entire weekend never happened.
I had sex with Matt and then the rest of that was all a dream.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
But then she like, she goes in to kiss him and then like you can see the leather glove-lit hand come around.
And it's Danny Zuko, Driller Killer.
And then smash cut to her in a mental institution.
Yep. Screaming, waking up and screaming.
Just like full scream. Yeah, full detached scream. And I kind of like the last, even though it's not it's not the story that I wanted for this movie. I like the framing of the last shot, which is her like, it was actually very, not Dr. Caligari, but Cabinet, like actual, like weird slanty angle. She's like in a roof attic, insane asylum, but she's pushed way in the corner screaming. And then the drill just comes up from the floorboards right in front of the camera at an angle. I'm like, that's actually kind of cool.
That's pretty cool. The end. I will make a note. I was typing up some notes as the credits rolled. And at the very, very end, there's the legal disclaimer of like, the two different legal disclaimers.
No
one is like
were harmed, and no people or animals were harmed in the making of this film.
And like all characters are whatever made up. And then there's also like no distribution or reusage of this material without prior written consent. And it just says, or else you will get a visit from the Driller Killer is how it ends. It's very funny.
Is that legally binding?
I guess so.
Let's try it out.
Okay, the end. Shall we rate this film?
Yes, let's.
All right, so let's start with how approachable is this movie if you are horror film averse? On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being it's not approachable for the horror squeamish, and 10 being very approachable, I would give Slumber Party Massacre 2 6 erotic short story collections out of 10, right? Like, this movie is far from scary. It is more just gory. It's gore fest. That's it. This is kind of like some of these other recent, like Basket Case 2, and even Dr. Caligari. Like, the movies are so unscary. They're just gooey and gloppy and gory.
Gloppy.
Yes. They're dribbly. And
Lisa Slice and the Dribbles.
Sally Slice and Sheila Slice and the Dribbles.
Sheila Slice and the Dribbles, yeah.
I've got to put that on the band name. So I don't know. Like, the plot doesn't make sense. Like, there's very little tension in this movie. It's just gory. That's it. Like, so 6 out of 10. Erotic short story collections. To speak nothing of approachability, Cecil, how do you rate this as a horror film?
Okay, is this a good film? No. Mm-mm. Is this a good horror film? Probably no. Uh-huh. But going back to your introduction, just the sheer audacity of it, I think kind of takes like a 3-star horror film and turns it into like a 5-star.
Yeah.
So, because just the sheer audacity of a musical, so for that reason, 5 drill tars.
Drill tars, I love that word. It's so good. Well, let's figure out what movie we are going to watch next. You have a scare die, I've got a style die. Let's roll those up and see what movie fits those two things. Cecil, on your scare die, if you roll a 1, our next movie scare is a zombie. If you roll a 2, it's a bad mom or bad dad. 3, technology. 4, a wild card. 5, a vampire. 6, toys and or dolls. What's our scare?
Oop, off the table.
Uh-oh.
That's a 5.
Cool. We're going to get that vampire we've always wanted. We're going to match your vampire with the style that I roll. If I roll a 1, our next movie style is a foreign film made outside of the U.S. If I roll a 2, it's got to have a 1-word title. 3, a schlock movie. 4, a movie specifically from 1991. 5, horror homework. Or 6, period piece. All right, hold on. Let me get my over here. All right. My dice cup. What do we got? 6.
Ooh.
So we got, well, that's pretty straightforward. That's vampire.
That's a strong combination.
Period piece and vampire. Well, we already wrote down quite a few films that would fit this, but we're also on Letterboxd at Random Horror 9, and you can follow our lists there, which we put up lists for every possible die roll, and you can leave comments to tell us movies we might have missed for those categories. But let's talk about the ones we put up here. I'll go through these pretty quickly because they're pretty straightforward. We've got Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah.
We've got Bram Stoker's Dracula.
For sure.
We've already done the original Nosferatu, but we've got Robert Eggers.
And we've done the 70s.
And we've done
Nosferatu.
the 70s. We've got the new Nosferatu from 2024. Another one.
Nosferatu trilogy.
Nosferatu 3. We've also got a movie called Byzantium. I don't know. You might have written this on here. I did.
This is I don't know, it's just a very super moody film about a couple of vampires in an Irish coastal town.
Okay.
It definitely kind of has like, I don't know if it entirely takes place in the past, but it definitely has kind of a back in the day kind of feel.
Okay. Lovely.
Like kind of
I like that a lot.
But it's very moody.
Okay. We got it's a Saoirse Ronan and Johnny Lee Miller joint.
Yeah.
How exciting. We've also got, we did the original 1930s Dracula, but there's also the 1958 Hammer Horror Dracula. We've got Shadow of the Vampire, which we haven't covered for this show. Which
is about the fictional making of the movie Nosferatu, and what if it had an actual vampire in it.
Listen, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, historical fiction.
It was not a great time for culture.
No.
In the 2010s, but I feel like this one did kind of capture a spirit that was not terrible.
Okay. And we've got Dracula Untold from 2014. It's another one I'm not super familiar with.
Very like action forward. Luke Evans is like, I'm Dracula, but like I became a vampire for a good reason.
Gotcha.
Kind of.
Gotcha. Well, those are the ones we wrote down. Let's see what people on Letterboxd had to say when we match up Vampire with...
Samson Ceramic recommends 2004's Van Helsing. absolutely.
Sure.
Wildly anachronistic, absolutely. But it's, again, like there's going to be a lot of sort of action movies in this vampire world, especially the Dracula world.
Yep.
Shannon C. recommends The Vordelok from
yes.
2023, which I've not seen, but you have.
Loved it.
It just looks creepy and weird, and I'm definitely excited to see it. Suspicious Beans recommends Lamora, A Child's Tale of the Supernatural from 1973. Strange, low-budget, one-off film that is a dark fairy tale of the Great Depression. After her father kills her mother and her mother's lover, he abandons his daughter, Lila, but she later receives a letter stating he's unwell and she must come to him. A nightmarish journey through a dark landscape of threats to a young girl's supernatural, natural, surreal, odd, compelling, creepy monster kids.
Okay. All right. That sounds really interesting. I've seen this poster before. This is really interesting. Sad note is that it is not available for streaming.
Yeah, a lot of those 70s movies or 70s,
tough.
80s are not always available. King and Commodore, as well as a couple of other people, have recommended The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Of course.
Which is, again, the story of Dracula's journey from Transylvania to England. The plot, as King and Commodore says, basically Alien, but with Dracula. And they're cool with that. Kamja recommends Mr. Vampire.
Yes. I think I know what these are.
It's a Mr. Vampire saga. So Mr. Vampire 4. But this is the Hong Kong hopping vampire series. Yep. Okay. Mr. Vampire 4 apparently takes place at an unspecified time, but it's definitely in the past, given the character of a prince and a general vibe of the movie. A rural countryside, a bespectacled Taoist priest called Four-Eyed Taoist is always at odds with his neighbor, a Buddhist monk, and they play pranks on each other. And one day a convoy of soldiers escorting a coffin passes by their houses. I fucking love the Mr. Vampire series. They're too. There's nothing else like it. So good recommendation, Kamja.
Close Encounters of the Spooky Kind is the one that I've seen. It's so good. Charlie
recommends Vampire Hunter D.
Okay,
which takes place in the year 12,000 AD, so like period piece of the future, right? Half vampire, half human vampire hunter is hired to protect a young woman from a vampire lord. Very Shogun-era Japanese mythology taking place in the future. And Ace Diamond recommends a couple of movies, but one that sounds kind of interesting is Abraham's Boys. Stark contrast from his book counterpart, Van Helsing is a harsh and controlling father who raises two sons to kill vampires alongside him. His sons, for their part, are starting to question whether their father's teachings are even true.
Interesting.
This is a good one. The Vampire Lovers. Hammer Horror's take on the story of Carmilla, 19th century noblewoman, is delighted to make a friend of her own age strange and mysterious. Entirely coincidental that her health takes a nosedive as soon as they start hanging out together.
This is definitely in that kind of like Daughters of Darkness, Vampiros, Lesbos, like sexploitation vampire movie thing. Yeah.
Lesbian vampire lovers. Okay, so here's my thought. We've been watching a lot of weird ass movies.
Yes.
The last, even maybe not the Faculty, but we've been on the outer fringes.
Campy, a lot of funny.
I think it's
things.
There's honestly like 3 of these that are on my list.
Yeah.
Interview with the Vampire, Dracula, Nosferatu.
Yes.
Like, because all of them dive into the period piece aspect of it, and it's like very painstakingly done period piece.
Yes.
It's probably the best way to describe it. As opposed to like, look, we're in the olden times. Whatever that means to Hammer Horror or, this action vampire movie kind of thing.
Yes. I would like to see, I have seen all of those movies. Interview with the Vampire is the one I've seen the longest ago, because I saw that in the theater, so I am a full 30 years removed from that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I remember Scary Kirsten Dunst. And that's kind of it. I remember, that child is freaky.
Yeah. I like Interview with the Vampire. I think Bram Stoker's Dracula is like a better film,
I think so too.
Just because it utilizes a lot of really interesting film techniques.
Of those 3, when I watched each of those for the first time, I had the most fun with Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yes. I think Nosferatu is probably the most accurate, like dead-ass accurate. This is like, we have researched the collars and cuffs of every costume. And for that, I do love it. And I saw it when it came out, and then I waited a year, as I'm wont to do, to kind of, once the hype dies down, I watched it again. Still fucking good.
Yeah.
But out of them, I think I'm kind of leaning to Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I am too. I think it's the most horror homework of all of these.
Kind of. It's just, it's been like 6+ years, 7+ years since I've seen it. So it's not like I'm seeing it again for the first time, but like it's been a while that I would love to revisit it.
I'm for that. I've been wanting to watch this for the show for a while now, and I think this movie is a wild ride, and it's really gorgeous. And we, speaking of accents and how they're done,
yes,
there's plenty to talk about there. Should we choose that path?
Absolutely.
Well, great. That was easy. Well, thank you all for listening. Thank you, Cecil, for talking with me. If y'all have thoughts on Slumber Party Massacre 2 or ideas for other movies that would have been good vampire period piece horror films, let us know. We're at Random Horror 9 on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Patreon. And we have public discussion threads for every episode on Patreon, and you can be a free member to participate in those. So watch Bram Stoker's Dracula with us this week and come on back next Tuesday for a new episode. Have a restful night with no bloody hands in your Whataburger or nothing. Boo.
Boo!
Random Number Generator Horror Podcast number 9 is hosted by me, Jeffrey Craner, and Cecil Baldwin. Find more of our work on the podcast Welcome to Night Vale. This show is produced by Night Vale Presents. It is edited by me with music by Cecil and logo by David Baldwin. See original artwork for each episode by David on Instagram. Join us for live streams on Patreon. Watch our recording sessions on YouTube. Chat with us on Blue Sky and contribute to our movie selection process on Letterboxd. We're in all of those places at Random Horror 9. Today's scary story: the driller killer corners you in the living room. He helps you install some drywall anchors for the TV wall mount.